Across 1,000 worlds, the same nightmare unfolds. The sky darkens, the air thickens, and in the endless silence before the swarm arrives, there is only one question that echoes across the void. Why? Why do the Tyranids exist? What drives the hive mind, an intelligence so vast and alien that even the warp recoils from its presence? Why does this super predator travel between galaxies, crossing the cosmic void, just to strip every world in the Milky Way down to nothing? The official answer is simple. They consume biomass. But the truth is far more complex, far more sinister, far more mysterious. Because the deeper we look into the Tyranids, the more obvious it becomes. They are not random. They are not natural, and they are not simply hungry. There is a purpose behind the Tyranids, and tonight we explore the darkest theories that attempt to explain that purpose. Before exploring the deeper mysteries, we need to understand what we know for certain. The Tyranids do not originate in the Milky Way. They come from beyond it, far outside the known universe, from a place so empty that even chaos has little influence there. Every hive fleet we've encountered is not the main body. They are merely scouting tendrils, fragments of a far greater mass still drifting in the void beyond our galaxy. Everything about them shows intent. Genestealers infiltrate, lictors scout. Rippers break matter down to its basic elements. Bioships digest entire worlds. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is accidental. And above all of it hangs the hive mind, an unfathomable consciousness that presses upon the warp with such force that psychers scream and demons weaken just by being near a Tyranid invasion. The hive mind is not just powerful, it is something the galaxy has no language for. And that brings us to the first theory, that the Tyranids are not invading our galaxy at all. They are escaping something far worse. This theory suggests the Tyranids abandoned their original galaxy because something annihilated it, not conquered it, not corrupted it, completely erased it. What force could wipe out an entire galaxy of super predators? What could even threaten a species that adapts instantly, evolves constantly, and coordinates across light years as a single mind? Possibilities include a higher predator, a cosmic entity that feeds on hive minds, a machine intelligence consuming galaxies, a warp phenomenon older and more powerful than the chaos gods, or something beyond our understanding entirely. This would explain the Tyranids' urgency, their relentless speed, their overwhelming pressure to grow and evolve. They aren't just feeding, they're rebuilding, gathering strength, preparing for whatever destroyed their home to eventually reach ours. If this theory is true, then the Tyranids are not the final boss of the galaxy. They are just the beginning, a warning sign of something far more terrifying that may follow them. Another theory paints the Tyranids as a cosmic reset system, nature's way of correcting a galaxy that spiraled out of balance. In ecosystems, apex predators prevent overpopulation and collapse. They maintain stability. They reset environments before they break. Now imagine that principle applied on a galactic scale. Civilizations in Warhammer 40K repeatedly push reality to its breaking point. They manipulate the warp. They create weapons capable of destroying stars. They fracture the fabric of existence. In this theory, the Tyranids act like a universal forest fire, burning everything down so the galaxy can begin again. Their function isn't evil, it's balance. They arrive when civilizations become too advanced, too unstable, too dangerous. They strip the galaxy clean, reducing it back to raw potential, ready to restart the cycle of life millions of years later. If this theory is true, then the Tyranids are not a threat to life. They are a threat to civilization, and their purpose is to wipe the slate clean. Another theory goes even deeper. The Tyranids may be the ultimate anti-chaos organism. This theory has strong canonical support. Unlike humans, Eldar, or orcs, the Tyranids have almost no presence in the warp. They have no emotions, no souls, nothing for demons to corrupt or feed upon. Their shadow in the warp suffocates demonic activity. Worlds under Tyranid invasion become dead zones where demons weaken and psychers suffer. The chaos gods cannot tempt them, cannot corrupt them, cannot influence them. If someone wanted to build the perfect weapon against chaos, the Tyranids are exactly what that weapon would look like. No emotions, no corruption, no individuality, no weakness, just an implacable force that consumes emotional energy before chaos can feed on it. Perhaps the Tyranids were engineered millions of years ago as a failsafe, a final answer to chaos, a counterweight to the warp that consumes everything chaos relies upon. In this view, the Tyranids aren't here to destroy the galaxy. They're here to cleanse it. Another possibility is that biomass isn't their true goal. They may be harvesting psychic energy, not matter. The hive mind gets stronger with every world consumed, not just biologically, psychically. The shadow in the warp grows denser. The hive mind becomes more aware, more intelligent, more powerful. Biomass may simply be the medium for absorbing psychic resonance, the accumulated emotional and psychic imprint of trillions of lives. In this theory, the Tyranids are building towards something, an ascension, a transformation, a moment where the hive mind becomes a cosmic entity, perhaps even a god-sized being outside the warp, a new force in the universe, not a warp god, not a biological species, something new. If this theory is true, then the Tyranids are not consuming life. They are consuming consciousness, and the hive mind is evolving into something unimaginable. The final theory is that the Tyranids are a weapon created long ago, a biotechnological doomsday device unleashed by an ancient, forgotten civilization. Their biology is too perfect, their organizational structure is too efficient, their evolutionary adaptability is too intentional. They resemble engineered organisms, not naturally evolved ones. Modular bioforms, purpose-built synapse structures, bioships that behave like living software. Even the Silent King, ruler of the Necrons, left the galaxy and returned warning that something far worse is coming. He claimed, "We cannot win by force." This suggests the Tyranids, or the thing behind them, are not a natural phenomenon but a weapon system still executing an ancient directive, a directive whose creators may be long dead. If this theory is true, then the Tyranids are not predators. They are a tool, a weapon still carrying out a forgotten command, a command to cleanse galaxies, one by one until nothing remains. So what is the true purpose of the Tyranids? Are they fleeing something worse? Are they a cosmic reset system? Are they the ultimate anti-chaos species? Are they harvesting psychic resonance to ascend? Or are they an ancient weapon from a time before memory? Perhaps the truth is that all of these theories hold fragments of reality, and none of them fully capture the whole. Because the Tyranids may not have a single purpose. They may have evolved far beyond their origins, their creators, and even their initial design. They may be the universe correcting itself, a cosmic immune response, a force shaped by pressures older than gods, older than empires, older than galaxies. And when the true purpose of the Tyranids is finally revealed, it may be something the Milky Way does not survive long enough to understand. In the end, the Tyranids embody the greatest fear of the Warhammer 40K universe, a threat that cannot be reasoned with, a hunger that cannot be stopped, a purpose that cannot be understood. Not because it is evil, but because it is beyond comprehension. This is Adeptus Archivum, and the archive is infinite.